3 bear cubs that were recently found in Alberta are now being rehabilitated at the Aspen Valley Wildlife Sanctuary.
About a couple of weeks ago, we had a call from Banff National Park staff about 3 orphan cubs that had come to their possession. They were found in a washroom and no mother around. Obviously, a human activity had done something to the mother, and somebody had placed the cubs in the washroom hoping that somebody would find them, which of course they did. And so they have a policy, the province has a policy in Alberta of not allowing rehabbing of black bears. So the park, being a national park and federal land, didn't have to adhere to those rules. They really wanted them to be rehabbed and put back into the mountain ecosystem again. So they had somebody on their staff was from Ontario and was aware of us, and that's how I think they got our name.
Approval was given by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry to import them with the idea of them being rehabbed and then sent back to Banff. I asked Howard how the cubs were doing since they arrived.
They're about 6 pounds each. They were born this winter, probably in January. They're doing quite well. The trip was fine. They didn't have any trouble. They were hungry, of course, because they were about 12, 13 hours in transit from when they left. But we had our veterinarian check them at the airport in Toronto, and then we fed them there as well, then brought them up here Saturday night. And they've been doing well. They're eating and drinking and doing their bear-like things. We approach them in a very quiet manner. We have only 2 people looking after them, and when they are feeding, they are dressed in a gown which is sort of soaked in bear scent from other bears we have here, and they wear a mask, trying to minimize the human image as much as possible. And so we're only really interacting with them during the feeding. Right now, they're still on bottle and being fed formula. One of them, they're all 3 are females. One is a little larger, and she's actually will eat out of a bowl. But as soon as the other 2 are in the same mode of being able to eat on their own, then our handling will even be less, because it'll just be placing food in there. As they get bigger, we'll move them to another pen which has an outside run, and then in the summer, probably in August, they'll move to one of our large outside enclosures in a forested area where they'll hibernate for next winter.
In a year's time, when the cubs can look after themselves, they will be taken back to Banff and released. After working with rehab animals, I asked Howard, does it become hard to see them go?
As far as seeing the animals go, that's probably the best part, to see them leave, really. Ideally, it would be nice if we weren't even in business at all. There wasn't anything injured in orphan, but unfortunately, that's not the way it is. And so it's gratifying to deal with the people we deal with, because people really support us and are genuinely interested in what we do and thankful for what we do. So that's always quite gratifying, and probably one of the nicest part of the jobs, too.
The sanctuary is home to many other animals as well that can't be released into the wild for various reasons, and so any kind of financial help is greatly appreciated.
I mean, we're a charity. We don't get any government funding, so we're totally dependent on people donating and supporting us, which we have a good base, but can always use more. We have on our website a wish list of things like linens and towels and other supplies that we can always use as well.
If you'd like to find out more about the cubs or how to volunteer, you can visit their website at aspenvalley.ca. Reporting for Cogeco News, I'm Samantha Johnson.